ago about the music industry, kung paano na-expose yung mga dealings na very, I don't wanna really say anything about it, but yun, sobrang, I think, akba yung story ng Songs for Selena today kasi ang dami talaga nangyayari. And I think they would want to shed light on that din, yung parallelism between the film and yung nangyayari ngayon sa industry natin. Now, the floor is yours for Q&A. If you have any questions, taas lang tayo ng kamay. Who wants to start? Yes, sir.
Hi, so I'm Ronald Lim from the GMA website. I just wanted to ask, what went into the decision to have this be shown in theaters in the Philippines rather than go directly to streaming platforms?
Actually, na-pick up din kami sa Amazon US. So it was a streaming platform talaga. Straight to streaming talaga siya.
Sa Tubi, yeah.
Yeah, and on Tubi, also Apple TV and Camcast and all types of cable providers sa US. Pero syempre, origin ng storya ng movie namin sa Pilipinas. Kaya we really wanted to do a theatrical release kasi proud na proud kami sa movie namin, and we really wanted to for our kapwa Filipino to watch the movie. And not only that, to experience what goes what goes on behind the scenes of music industry namin sa Pilipinas. So, we really wanted to come over here and show it. Here's our other producer, George. Maybe you wanna say a little something.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like you said. It's a very timely piece. This is something that we made with a lot of passion for it. I'm actually the brother-in-law of JR and Mika, and to be honest with you, this was something that we all agreed to make together because this is really the story of JR and Mika and the things they've seen and gone through in the industry. So it's their way of kind of giving a bit of insight into everything that's happening, and that's where our passion came from to be able to make this project. Of course, it's important to tell stories. Everything within our movie is fictional, but there actually are some comparisons you can make to our industry. So this was kind of a love letter that JR and Mika have to their experiences, especially a love letter to younger artists telling them that they can have their own voice, which I find really, really incredible. It's been such an honor to make this with you guys. But yeah, just to, Ronald, just very quickly go back to your question. I think it's very important for us, and sorry if I can't say this in Tagalog, medyo pangit po yung Tagalog ko, pasensya na po. But it's very important for us that the theatrical premiere of this movie is in the Philippines. We want our Filipinos to be able to really see local Philippine talent in a film 100% shot and created by Filipino staff, Filipino crew, and Filipino creatives. A movie that was able to find a voice abroad, that was able to showcase the heart of what we have to offer. So I hope our Filipino audiences can really appreciate that on the big screen.
Yes, it's only available sa theaters in the Philippines, kaya sana manood po kayo. And we want to invite everyone's private screening on March 12th. It's a Greenbelt, 7 p.m., so we would love for you to come. Also, to touch up on George, what you were saying, it's what you say? It's fictional, pero it's also based off of our true stories. Pero syempre, we don't wanna blow the whistle on it. So we made it fictional.
Just gonna add about the theatrical release. Since our movie is based around music also, my favorite word that our director says, it's diegetic. So, ibig sabihin yung mga songs, it's not happening in the imagination of the characters. The songs, the music are part of the plot. So in theaters, you have the surround sound and all of that. We worked very, very hard on our soundtrack, our film score. Kaya gusto talaga namin sana mapanood ng mga Pinoy kung paano namin produce yung sound design ng movie na ito. And I feel like they'll have the best experience in theaters.
By the way, si Mika is also a producer of the movie, not only an actor. Yeah.
Hello Hello po, I'm Joy from Net25. So, my first question is, when was the moment that you realized na it's the time to produce this film? Kasi po, yun nga po, since it's somehow based on your real life story, so parang, are there any circumstances that you made you realize na ito na po talaga yung right time?
Absolutely. Before my father died, he was telling me, Jay, for some reason, he just kept telling me, Jay, yung next level sa'yo, kailangan mo mag-produce ng movie. Every single time I saw him, kasi he was very sick na, we moved to the US just to be with my father. And every time na nandun kami sa hospital, Jay, movie na, movie na. So finally, there was this one New Year's morning, magkasama kami ni George, si Mika, ang family namin, and parang nag-uusap lang kami, parang, hey, let's make a movie. What would happen if we make a movie? Sabi ko, what? My dad has been saying, let's make a movie. Good game. Meron na kaming mga story, may mga ideas na kami. So nag-brainstorm kami. Dinala namin sa director namin, si Dean. And we brought it all together. And we got this great cast that helped us put the movie together. And it's very timely, like what Ian was saying, we're putting it out now because there's a lot of issues in the industry that are very secret. And parang this movie will kind of explain and show you a glimpse of what really happens behind closed doors.
I think also just in terms of timing, we shot this movie in 2019. So it kind of shows you how these issues go on for years and years, and it's relevant. It was relevant then, it's still relevant now. I think it's a good time to release it because it's a conversation starter na baka pwedeng pag mas nabigyan ng ilaw yung mga nangyayari in the industry between artists and labels and management and just how the system works, baka pwede tayong mag-spark ng change para mas maging mabuti yung mararanasan ng next generation of artists naman.
Thank you so much for sharing. So, anyone can answer naman po, how did your characters or the story itself change you as an artist or as a person?
That is a great question. So as Mika mentioned, we shot this in 2019. And when we were looking, when the trailers started coming out, all of these videos started coming out, my gosh, I really started thinking how much the process kind of changed me as an artist. These guys really took a chance on me. I was pure theater until this moment. This was before Pearl Next Door, before anything, and came onto the screen. And I could come onto the screen as my real, genuine self. It was a really great experience to be surrounded by family and a really great, I guess, hotbed for exploration. So. And I got to sing too, so it was really, really amazing. But yeah, that whole process just solidified kind of what I really wanted to do. The passion these guys have for the story they're telling just made me want to carry it into whatever I do next. So yeah.
Oh, it changed my life na. Sa totoo lang, hindi ko alam kung saan pumupunta ang storya kasi nag-shoot kami 2019, tapos naghiwalayan na, tapos nagka-pandemic, tapos wala na akong narinig. So, hindi ko pa nakikita yung kabuuan. So, parang siguro I'm going to be viewing it like you, na una-una ko pang mapapanood tong story na to. I'm so excited. But to me, it was just a joy watching working with these kids because they are kids. From my point of view, they are theater kids. Jen and I work together also. So, so I'm just so happy that they came up with a project. Dean was working with me and his dad for Quezon's Game. So we just came from Quezon's Game when they said, come and audition for this. So I was just so thrilled to be working with these young people and them coming up with work and being committed na mapaganda yung pelikula. So I'm so excited to see it. Di ko pa alam ko lang I'm a bar owner, alam ko lang tatay mo ako, and medyo hirap yung bar, pero sumusuporta pa rin sa anak niya. So I guess in a sense, bilang tatay din, yung pagsuporta sa anak, yun ang mahalagang leksyon dito.
Thank you so much po. Looking forward to see the film.
Like, it's from music. So, siguro yung elephant on the room, yun nga, sa mga issues today na lumalabas about the music local music industry in particular. So, mostly kayo, almost all of you are like recording artists or have managed recording artists as well. So, ano yung current stand niyo sa mga issues and based on your own experience? Especially si JR at si Vendetta since you've experienced it both ways.
Pwede magmura? Hindi, picture lang. Pero sa totoo lang, kumbaga itong pelikula talaga to, as a character dito, bouncer ako dito sa movie. So doon pa lang sa pelikula, yung character ko, nakikita ko kung ano yung struggling na nangyayari ko sa artist. Kumbaga sa gabi-gabi siya nag-perform, ano yung mga nararanasan niya. Which is doon naman sa reality side ng pagiging artist. Aminin naman natin talaga eh. Kumbaga parang, hindi naman sa magandang salita. Sila yung bugaw, kami yung prostitute nila. Sa nangyayari, sa katotohanan. Sabihin, talagang ako, personal, naranasan ko yan talaga. Nung nasa grupo pa ako, solo na po kasi ako ngayon. So, kung ako magkukwento, ayoko na lang manira. Pero kumbaga, ang dapat talaga maiwasan natin sa ngayon, yung talagang hindi na maulit kung ano nararanasan ng mga artist. Kaya rin dyan, ang laki na kinikita ng artist, tapos gano'n naman ang ibigay. Kawawa yung artist. Hindi katulad sa ibang bansa na talagang binabayaran ng tama ng mga label nila. Dito nakakalungkot eh. Kumbaga, nasasayang yung talento eh. Nasasayang yung pagiging artist ng mga tao. Dahil kumbaga, hindi nila nakukuha kung ano yung tama na para sa kanila. Yun lang yung nakakalungkot. So itong pelikula na to, pag napanood nyo, isa to sa makakatulong talaga na may papakita yung realidad kung ano pa talaga yung dapat na makuha, makamtan, makamit ng isang artist sa gusto niya sa craft na ginagawa niya. So maging inspiration. So sana nga, yung mga nangyayari ngayon, magkaroon na ng tultok, pag mayroong deal, mabigyan ng magandang proseso, kung paano makuha yung dapat, ano yung dapat dito, dapat dyan, dapat naka-black and white lahat, hindi puro verbal. Yun na yung sa akin. Para hindi na maulit yung mga naranasan namin noon.